This tutorial is going to walk you through how to use and use effectively the email function built into our system. You can get to the email page that you see here by going to the Communicate tab and either clicking on that or the email link just below it, or by clicking on the email button at the bottom of the page where the envelope is. When this page loads, you'll see it split into two sides. The left side is the content where you're building your message, and on the right side is the recipients, who those messages are going to go to. You'll see here at the top, of course, like a lot of parts of our system, there's a little question mark, and underneath here you'll be able to read more information about sending email. And in that you'll see there was a very important message that said no spam. And we'll touch on this a little bit later, but we want to make sure that you are always sending email responsibly. So here we'll see the message is coming from a name that you can specify and an email address that you can specify. And there is a subject line, like all emails. And then down here you see the area where we're actually going to build our message. Of course, one of the most important buttons here is the Save button. You want to make sure you save your messages as you're working on them so that you can recall them in the future, and if you need to leave your computer or go to another part of the system, then you don't necessarily lose any of that data. So make sure you save. We're going to start here first with the templates so that you can get an idea of all the templates that we have. We'll click here on the Browse Templates button, and we'll get a whole list of the professionally designed templates that we have made available for you to use. Now you can use your own templates, upload your own HTML if you like, but we'll start here with one of our templates. We'll start with the Victory one, and you'll see here that here's the design in a little mini preview here. Looks good, so we hit the Load Template button, and you'll see there's a little notification that it was replaced. Close this, and here it is. So here's our message. We now have a picture here of a guy standing here, and here's our WYSIWYG interface. So it is WYSIWYG, meaning that we can click on here and we can type whatever we want. This is my, let's see, spell it right, my headline. So now we can go through and start messing with the message itself. One of the things that we do is we have the ability for you to do a mail merge. And what this does is this creates content on the message that's specific to the recipient. So in this case, we'll do a very simple example where we can say, we'll put the first name of the recipient here, and there it is. There's our little notification. We'll close it, and it'll say, Dear first name placeholder. So what this does is for every recipient in your list, it will go through and say, Dear Joe, Dear Mary, Dear John, and put the content here to match the recipient. So we have a whole series of different types of placeholders, and so we can go here and take a look at what those look like. Click this Merge button. Let's say for whatever reason we want to put a date in that this was sent, the year. We can even put events. So if we create events in our calendar, we can embed RSVP links so that people can say yes or no whether they will attend the event or not. We can embed that right here in the email. You'll see here there's a whole bunch of other fields that you can put in, including the user-defined fields. So we'll just say we'll put the date for whatever reason right here in the middle of the message. There's our notification, and there it is. We have a whole series of other placeholders that go in, and you can see here's a view as web page placeholder here. If we wanted to add another one, let's say we wanted to add one down here at the bottom, we'll click a link here and view as web page. We choose our link and say open this email in your web browser. That's what the link looks like. We click this button and we'll close this, and there it is, view as web page. You'll see all these placeholders have little codes here to them. 3 is a style, EN means it's in English. We do support 10 different languages, so we default to know which language that you are using when you log in. So one of the other placeholders that's really important is the share placeholder, and you'll see there's a special button for it right there. The share placeholder is a really key way to help you get your reach of your message beyond just your people in your email list, it will put little icons in the message when it's received that will allow the user to share with their Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Dig, Delicious, any number of social networks. So we really recommend, if you want your message to be publicly made available and broadcast to the masses, that you use this share placeholder. One of the other really key functions that we've got here is the ability to embed pictures. You can take these pictures off of your hard drive, and here's my files. Now here's one that I uploaded earlier, and it's a big picture of beef. And so there it is. I clicked insert image. It was added. There it is. And so now all we got to do is click on the picture, and let's say we want this picture of beef to be a little smaller. There it is. Now it behaves a little bit better. Doesn't break apart the message too badly, and boy, that's tasty looking. So the other thing that we do is we have the ability for you to add articles, and so you can store articles inside your media library and bring them in here. This button here is the color wheel, and it allows you to set specific color options for your message. And so say we want to pick this hideous purple color. We hit OK, and then we hit set color options, and our background is now that really nice purple. Now you can always go back and change that again, but we have the ability to customize the colors if you don't like our color scheme that we chose. We also recommend that before you send your message, you hit the spam checker. This will give you a score based on how much spam trap keywords that you might have included inside your message. We didn't find any here, but just in case you might be doing that with your message, we recommend that you do that. You also can go and look at the source here if you really want to go playing in the HTML. Just click that button, and you can see you can go in here and you can change the source code. So now that we have our message built, we can go over here and determine who we want to send it to. Now here you determine the recipient lists, and then you can also send yourself a test. Really recommend with every message that you build that you send yourself a test, and make sure that it looks pretty much like what you see here when you get it. For the most part, that'll be the case, but we do recommend that you always send yourself a test so it looks good in your email inbox. Here you have the ability to specify who's going to be sent this message, and here is your recipient list. Now with this list, you can deselect all or select all 5. And if you want to identify specific members of this group to be sent this message, we have 4 different filter types. One is a contact filter, which will allow you to select or deselect where email or any of these other fields contains or does not contain, is not, greater than, less than a certain value. You can say you want to add members of a particular group. You can have an attendance filter, which allows you to select or deselect contacts that attended, did not attend, or unsure, or did not respond to a particular event. And then you have a delivery filter. The delivery filter allows you to select or deselect contacts who were sent, were not sent, clicked, were sent but did not click a particular email that you may have sent out in the past. And of course, if you want to go through and select individuals, you can just check the box. Underneath here, you have the ability to post a microblog message. Now, this is an important part of also extending your reach. It allows you to integrate with ping.fm, where you can tie all of your social networks into one account. And in so doing, you can get a key. You take that key and you put it inside the group setup, and then once that's saved, this will show up when you go to send your message. You check this box, and what it'll do is you can go to each of these blog or social networking types of locations, and you can type in a microblog message. So this is what would show up on my Facebook page. Look at my great newsletter. When I broadcast this message now, look at my great newsletter will show up on my newsfeed in Facebook pages, on my Twitter, and my Yahoo profiles. And then as soon as I hit this send message button, then that message will be broadcast. Again, we require that you not send any messages as spam or unsolicited. We require that you have a relationship between you and your recipients. If you have any questions about that, please don't hesitate to email us or call us. We are here to help you, and if you have any questions, please email support, and we look forward to serving you.